closing the top and the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throw it blind in my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mid dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it.
First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Detroit Lions. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 18-yard line.
45, and 80.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school, he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Give them a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. He's got Evans. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And an alley to run. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
2nd down and goal. Darnold, open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. From the 3 now, here they come on 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Check.
Darnold from the gun. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. 30, 10, touchdown, Falcons. Aaron Jones, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Darnold now to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Play action. It's Darnold. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
That's pulled in at the 32. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here. They can really... Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Falcons. Aaron Jones on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They toss to Mixon. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard. And it's fourth. Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Prescott to throw it. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Darnold. Open man is Galladay, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll give it to Mixon. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Another try for Mixon. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Flush to his, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
And his kick is indeed good. And they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play caller, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. On the counter, here's Jones. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up. and we'll break that one soon.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. Prescott from the gun, escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards in a first. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
We play to win. Let's go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
You better be afraid of me. A little flare. We're going to 54. Why 59. Wild Bill. Luck's 59. Luck's 50. Going to 54. Why 59 Mike. Just 26.
Throwing. Prescott. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Looking to throw. Prescott. Going deep downfield for Ross. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked there by Nick Nelson. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big play there for Detroit. 48 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Back to throw, Darnold. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Mike, 45. Quit talking about it and bring it.
Darnold on third down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, No flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. Now Darnold. And that is going to be incomplete. The Lions turned away on fourth down, and that will force a turnover on downs. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Past the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Aaron Jones in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons push further out in front. But go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I'm scared. Kill.
Prescott. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally marked down at the 23. A huge play there on the screen pass. 53 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Prescott now. Flushed out right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
46.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
It's going to be a long day.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. After the interception, here's Darnold. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back and able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 23. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. On the rep, let's go right here.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This will be fielded at the 17. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
At the 28-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Here's Prescott. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down. Prescott now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. On the delay, Jones. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Going deep downfield for Ross. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the run, it's Mixon. Spinning away. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 29, Darnold finds his tight end Ingram. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Check flag 45. Oh, yeah. Here we go.
On 1st down, Mixon. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Throwing on 2nd down, Darnold. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Lions on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10.
Undercrunch. Hey, lady.
Darnold. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down near the 5. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions. because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They run the counter. Jones. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Falcons on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Here we go, going to 53. 59, Mike, 59. Here we go, 47. 59. Come with it,
Now Prescott. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
At the 33-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
I got you, son.
Darnold now to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it, because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 32. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Check 3, check 3, check 3.
They'll go again to Jones. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Tack McKinley has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Airing this one out for Evans. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
"21 yards. Well done on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Check three.
Again, it's Jones. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Falcons on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run it with Jones. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
All day, every day, any day. Check. Switch. He's crashing. He's 26.
This is Jones. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Check.
And they will take a knee here.
It's a loss of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. And they take a knee. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Well, without question, when you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Falcons, it's a rare bright spot in what's been a tough season as they move to 2-7 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Detroit, it's another week, another loss as they fall now to 0-9. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.